And we are live yet again. Well, sick of the pundits. Don't know what the episode is, but thank you for following and subscribing. And you guys are just lovely people. I'm happy. How are the rest of you guys feeling, Louis?
Good. I'm good, Josh. I'm ready. I'm psyched up to talk about football today. Alex, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I've got a swivel chair, so I'll be swiveling around. Can't wait to kind of round up how football's been going lately. As a Liverpool fan, it has been going pretty well. So yeah, let's get straight into it with whatever the topics are. I'm ready.
Brilliant. Okay, guys, as I said, quite a few topics to get through today. Just for all the viewers and subscribers out there, we are Sick of the Pundits. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our channel. We could do with a bit more support. We do it for the fans, so any subscribes would be much appreciated. Guys, first topic, Champions League. Obviously, Liverpool with an away win at Porto. In fact, dare I say it, and as I was saying to you guys, making it look easy. Josh, what did you make of Liverpool's performance?
We seem to have the better of Porto, and Mane keeps on giving that team a lot of nightmares. I thought it was very professional, actually. I think it was good that Klopp decided to go with the same team, defensively, minus Trent, because of their shambolic display against Brentford. So I think they did very well in that aspect. But you know what, offensively, I think Liverpool have been fantastic. I think maybe Firmino has benefited of coming off the bench as well, dare I say it. Salah's probably been one of the best players on the planet. And you know me, I wanted to get Aubameyang, so that was a terrible shout. It's all right. No, I can admit it. Live on camera, I can admit it. I get things wrong sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Anyway, and I think Mane's been pretty good as well. If I told you Mane scored 4 goals in 5 games, or 6 games, or whatever it is, you'd be like, that's pretty impressive for a winger. Of course it is. And Jota has been in and out of games, but I think he's given Firmino a platform to recreate himself. So, yeah, offensively, we've been fantastic. And it sets off lovely for the Man City game.
Brilliant. Alex, obviously Liverpool conceded 3 against Brentford. I don't know, are we as defensively as strong as previous seasons? Would you say are teams exposing any weaknesses from last season? Are we carrying any hangover into this season?
I personally think we are stronger than what we were defensively last season. Brentford was not an anomaly, but they had great tactics. I think Carroll went over it in Monday Night Football with how they attacked the back post and they didn't kind of put anything in the middle, because with obviously Matip and Van Dijk there, you're not going to win very many headers. Whereas if you hit the back post and obviously target the likes of Trent and Robbo, they're not going to be as aerially gifted as Matip and VVD. So they were tactically, I don't think enough is given to Brentford for how they played in that game. And I think they played really well, obviously in that stadium as well. Everyone knows that this season, by the way that they've played and the atmosphere and how it's gone, it's not an easy place to go. And we nearly got away with a win, and we didn't play very well, and that's what champions do. So I'm not too worried about that. If you go back to the Champions League as well, we just battered Porto. Their record in the Champions League has been good. Was in the Champions League. Their record in general has been like, we've been smacking them, but everyone else struggles against them. So we're calling it a professional win, but it's still impressive because not everybody can do it. So we're sneaking under the radar a lot in the Champions League, in the league, and I love it. There's no pressure on us. We're just going about our football. Our attackers look great. Our defense looks good. It's good. Happy days for Liverpool fans, I think.
How far can Liverpool go in this competition for you, Alex?
I always think we're confident. I'm always confident in winning anything with this Liverpool team in general. It's never really, I guess it's a bit of a cliche to say, but you don't really think about the final. It's game by game, as the players would say. It's more so how the draw goes, how your luck's in and stuff like that. So you can't really say how far can you go. Obviously, Liverpool's a great team. It's got a great squad. They can go to the final. They can win it. It's a possibility. The best team doesn't always win the Champions League as well, hence it being a cup competition. But of course we can win. By all means, we've got every single chance.
Fair enough. Josh, agree with that sentiment?
100%.
You fancy Liverpool's chances?
I was listening to ESPN FC and they were saying that we are 15-2. I think that's great odds. I think that's
Are you a betting man, Joshua?
I know I am turning into one. If I was a betting man, I would do it. I'd 100% do it because the big bad boys that usually represent in the Champions League, like for example, Spanish football is a sinking ship. Mbappe, don't do it. Don't go. Sinking ship, mate. Don't do it.
Still on that trade, eh?
Yeah, I'm still on that trade. I look at Spanish football right now. You look at what's going on. So let's take out Barcelona and possibly Real Madrid. I know Real Madrid usually get hot in the next round, but if they make the next round, do you know what I mean? So let's take out Juventus are struggling, and then that just leaves
struggling.
In the league they are.
Okay.
They're like ninth.
They just beat Chelsea though.
They did just beat Chelsea, but ninth in the league.
It's a good Chelsea team as well.
They've made a slow start in Serie A, I think, is what Josh was alluding to.
Exactly. Thank you, Louis. Alex
interrupted Champions League.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I don't think the Italian teams will feature as well. So that just leaves the English teams. The English teams battling out amongst themselves, I feel. Obviously, you can't take out Bayern Munich as well. Bayern Munich back to their best. Leroy Sané back to his Premier League blistering best, which we all witnessed. Like he was the one of the Man City players that I feared the most. So I was happy to see the back of him. So yeah, I think at 15-2, I think Liverpool are great odds.
Fair enough.
A betting tip from Josh. I love it.
Don't worry about it.
Obviously, for any of you gamblers out there, bet responsibly. Only lose what you can afford to. Drama on Wednesday. Manchester United snatching a 95th minute winner. Probably leads us into our next topic. Guys, what's going on at Manchester United? 1 minute they're up here, 1 minute they're down there. Are they contenders or are they overachievers? Alex, speak to me about Manchester United, please.
I don't think they're contenders in any way. They've got superstars that are coming up with excellent moments in games, and goals win games and defenses win leagues, and there's no cohesion in that team. It's just little spurts here and there. So they can win all the games like this, and obviously in the last minute and whatnot, all they want. Because to be honest, I'm not fearful of them in winning the league or even the Champions League for that matter. Saying that though, I do love Cristiano Ronaldo. As a Liverpool fan, I can't hate that guy, man. He's great at what he does, and I got nothing but love for that guy, even though I'm a Leo fan.
Josh, you sent us a very passionate voice note earlier today. In fact, he sends us very passionate voice notes a lot of the days. Manchester United, Old Trafford, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Man United fans. Speak to me, Josh.
Manchester United as a record label and a mother effing crew. You lot are trash. You lot are all trash. You lot are all trash. I don't want to hear it. The thing is, yeah, Manchester United, since Fergie left, you've actually probably spent more money than Man City. And you lot are trash. You lot are trash. You lot are trash. For you to spend the amount of money that Manchester United has spent, for you guys to not be able to have some sort of flow, your state of football is absolutely embarrassing. Honestly, Manchester United, they should, like, at the start of the season, I remember being like, all right, I think Manchester United, actually, no, this is my exact words. Great team, average manager, absolutely average manager. And this is what
manager. I think he's
been there for how many years now? Almost 3 years. They keep comparing him to Klopp. Why? Mate, you're a manager of Cardiff City and a manager of Mould. Your team is mold. Your team is trash.
What you got against Mould?
I've got a lot of things against
you Mould fans.
You lot all suck. And you know what, the thing is, I look
what did they do?
Let me be more constructive now. Let me be more serious. You, like Alex said, you guys play like a bunch of individuals. The only thing that can save Manchester United season now, and I am saying save because you lot have been awful in your games, and now you lot have a horrible run of actually facing very decent teams that will not just hit like 7 chances. Like Villarreal should have been out of sight by halftime yesterday.
Yeah.
They should have been out of sight.
Yeah.
If they had a Cavani in their team, which Cavani should be playing for Villarreal, that's about your level. They literally would have been out of sight. They would have been out of sight. But because I literally remember having this conversation with my dad. Literally, Villarreal, they have nothing up front. They've drawn so many games this season, like 7 or 8 games or something stupid like that. They ain't got nothing up front. And therefore, that gave you the freedom to let Cristiano Ronaldo score an offside goal because it was offside. But that's fine.
Offside?
Yeah, it was offside, 100%. Jesse Lingard is blocking the goalkeeper. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? He's blocking the goalkeeper. But that's fine. I don't care. I want Ole to stay in his job. I want Ole to stay in his job as long as possible because he's so mediocre and he gets away with it. Ole gets away with it. He gets away with it, and it's fine. I want that to continue for as long as possible because as long as Ole is in, is in Manchester United in the dugout, Manchester United will be average. Man United will be so average. You are in the same league as Arsenal and and Tottenham. That's what you lot are now. There isn't a top four. There isn't a top four. There isn't top four. There isn't. It's Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and the rest. You are freaking garbage. And you have one of the best players of all time. And you lot are still garbage. It don't make sense. One of the most talented English players to come up in Sancho, and you lot are still garbage. You got Rashford feeding kids all across the United Kingdom, and you lot are still garbage. I'm sick and tired of Manchester United, but don't worry. Wait until Christmas. You men are going to be fighting for fourth place. If that, you bitch.
Wow. That was a slight rant and a half. Alex, Manchester United. Let me look at Manchester United in the table. They are 1 point behind Liverpool. I look at that goalkeeper. You lot might disagree. He's okay. The centre-back pairing are possibly getting better as each game goes. The wing-back, the full-backs aren't too bad. Luke Shaw, Telles scored a cracker yesterday. Wan-Bissaka, solid enough. And they've got all that attacking individual flair going forward. You've got your Sanchos, your Rashfords, Greenwood, Edison Cavani, Ronaldo. I think I've probably answered the question, but where is the issue in this Manchester United team, Alex?
Well, they've needed a defensive midfielder for a while now, and then they went and spunked 100 million or whatever it was in Jadon Sancho, who's barely even featured this whole season. Doesn't make any sense. And then you got Ronaldo, who just was brought in on a whim on 500k a week. So the club's a bit of a joke. It's great to watch. Obviously, they're in and amongst that at the moment. I don't think they're going to last at all. I hope Ollie stays because, like Josh said, I got no confidence in that guy. I don't like they don't strike fear into us like the way the Fergie teams did, or the Wenger teams did, or the Mourinho teams did. They're just like there, and the media talk about them, and it seems like Gary Neville was always trying to harp on about Liverpool and our squad depth and stuff like that, but I feel like he's just taking it away from how bad United are in general. Whenever he speaks about Man United, it's never about Ollie, the manager. It's all about, the players, they're just not good enough. But man for man, that squad is as good as anybody's in the league. When you think about it, like who's got a better front six than Man United? Arguably, nobody better, probably maybe equal, but not better. So it's just funny to watch Man United at the moment. They can win all their last minute games that they want right now, but it's not going to save them for the season. Like Josh said, they'll be fighting for top four, in my opinion as well.
You see Ole, yeah? Can I just jump back on Ole? You see Ole, yeah? He's going to get...
Ollie.
Nah, his name is Ole. I'm not pronouncing his name right until he impresses me. His name is Ole. Ole. You see Ole, yeah? His team, he's coming up against a tactician in Rafa Benitez on the weekend. Here's another betting tip for you bitches. Everton are 6-1 to win against Old Trafford. They're giving away money, mate. They're giving away money. Bet responsibly.
What's your score prediction for the game?
Everton's beating them. Everton are beating them. Maybe a cold 2-0. Should I tell you why as well? Because Manchester United played on Wednesday, and they're playing again on Saturday. That's going to affect them. Ole, and it's a 12:30 kickoff, I think. Ole's going to be bitching, but that's fine, Ole. You can keep bitching. But what's really going to happen is Rafa's going to outclass him. Townsend is going to rip Manchester United with a long ranger, and that old man, Cristiano Ronaldo, that you seem to rate, he's old now, man. He's an old 36. That man...
Yeah, but he's still...
No, he's quality. Don't get me twisted. He's great. One of the greatest of all time. Okay, all right, fine. He's old. He's going to struggle against Everton, and Everton are going to come away with a big win at Old Trafford on the weekend.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
We like that here. The guys putting their putting their necks on the line, putting their reputations on the line. It doesn't always
don't
work
matter.
out. It doesn't always work out, but we're happy to give out the we're happy to give out the tips and predictions.
And Manchester United have got injury
Tips.
problems as well. Manchester, I think Harry Maguire's out. I think Wan-Bissaka's
Rashford's
out.
still out.
I think Luke Shaw's still out. Rashford is out. They got injury problems as well, but their team's dead. It doesn't matter.
We'll see.
Fair enough. To all the Man United fans out there, please follow and subscribe.
Ole!
I guess the other big game this weekend is Liverpool versus Manchester City. We are going to bring you the build-up to this game. Klopp versus Pep Guardiola. Where will this game be won or lost, Josh?
Good question. The game will be won and lost on how well James Milner's legs will come up against Jack Grealish. I think that's going to be a key battle.
Ooh.
And I think it's going to be about how much pressure we can put on your Laporte and Diaz. Because as much as people said Diaz is taken over from Virgil, I've not seen it personally. But I am not going to be arrogant enough. Like, we can poke fun at the empty head and Man City in general, but I'm not going to be one of those people who are going to be like, oh, it's Chelsea's to lose the title. Man City won the title last season without a striker. They can probably do it again. They have one of the greatest managers of all time. They've assembled one of the best teams the Premier League has ever seen.
He's one of the greatest managers of all time. I thought you're not a Pep fan.
I'm not a Pep fan, but I'm a football fan. And he is a serial winner. If he wins another Champions League, he's right up there. I feel if he wins another Champions League with Man City, he's right up there. But
I thought he was a fraud.
Yeah, no, I just do that because it's funny. Because like I said, I'm humble enough to be like, do you know what, Man City, the way they play their football is fantastic. They are lacking a little bit of cutting edge so far this season, and that's glaring for everyone to see. I mean, their game against PSG, which was an astonishing game, by the way, guys. Really good for PSG. Pochettino always seems to have the better of Pep, just general anyway. But they looked a little bit toothless. Yes, they had that glowing opportunity with Sterling hitting the bar and then Sterling headering and then Bernardo Silva just missing it in front of goal. That twerp. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it'll be foolish for me to be like, I expect the 3 points against Liverpool. It all depends on what Liverpool team turns up. If that Liverpool team that we saw against Brentford turn up, we're not going to win the game. But the way Mo Salah is going at the moment, I think this guy is playing to get an amazing contract. And he's playing like a team player more than I've ever seen before. Like he stepped up in the leadership role, because that's the one thing I'm going on a little bit, but that's the one thing I feel like Gini left and people don't discuss. The fact that Gini is a leader, and Mo Salah has gone into that role saying, do you know what? I'm one of the senior players now. He looked after Harvey Elliott when he was in the team. And I think he's playing more of a leadership role now at Liverpool, which is impressive to see. He's coming that whole rounded player, which is making me feel that he's one of the best Premier League players the Premier League's ever seen. So let's see it. Let's see Mo Salah step up one more time. Let him come and win the game over the weekend, because it's the big games that matter.
Josh, absolutely fantastic analysis. Alex, Trent-Alexander is injured for this game. How much of a big blow is this for Liverpool?
It's a huge blow. It is a huge, huge blow. I don't think enough is made about how pivotal Trent is for Liverpool. A lot of our creativity comes from him. A lot of our patterns of play are made in order to get him open so that he can put those crosses in from the inside right, or from the wing, or from the byline, wherever it may be. It'll definitely be a huge loss. Milner doesn't have the ability to pick a ball out like the way Trent does. So he's going to be a huge, huge loss. It kind of shows that, I mean, I think we were saying, I think you mentioned it as well pre-season, Louis, was that we needed cover for Trent. If this ever was to happen, we've got it on the left with Costas. You can clearly see, obviously, he's got the quality in the crosses. He's just a little bit less on the defensive mindset to Robbo, but he can fill in. So we do need that. So we do miss a lot going forward when Trent isn't in the team, 100%, especially against City, biggest game of the season in the league. It's going to be tough.
Fair enough. Josh, you mentioned City looking a bit toothless. Do they? I mean, you also said like they could win a league without a striker, but do they need a striker to take them to that next level?
Do you know what? If they got Harry Kane instead of Jack Grealish, I think Man City would be not coasting to the league, but I think they would be. I think it would still be. No, actually, do you know what? No, I don't think they need a striker. No, because I'm thinking about it. Or in all honesty, they did it. We've seen them do it without a striker.
Yeah,
We've seen them rise to the occasion. We've seen, because the thing about Man City is that they know how their pattern of play, because I don't come back to this, and this is what separates the top managers from everybody else, is that everybody in Man City knows the role that they have to play. The only thing about Man City right now is one of their great goal scorers that is injured now, Gundogan. I think I've butchered his name. It's fine. Ole. He's not around. He's injured, obviously, and I think.
Did you say strikers Gundogan?
No, I'm not saying he's strike, but I'm saying he picks up goals. He picks up important goals from Man City, and right now they don't have that, and I think they're missing that. They're missing that sort of that dynamic in the midfield. But Man City's pattern of play will always make them dangerous. There will be like 80-90% of the Premier League just because of the pattern of the way they play football. So they don't really need a striker like that. It would be an embarrassment of riches for them. But I just feel like you can't count this Man City team out because they have one of the greatest managers of all time. And they've assembled a fantastic squad. I don't think De Bruyne's got going yet, if I'm being honest with you. I think he's got a little bit of a Euros.
He's barely played, didn't it?
Yeah, and he's got a bit of a Euros. But I think this is going to be a brilliant game. It's going to be an absolute spectacle. It's going to be great that our 12th man in terms of the Liverpool fans are back in it, because I don't think there's no team benefited more for no fans than Man City, and I don't say that as a laughing matter. I say that because in terms of, again, their pattern is so good, then they just need to concentrate on the football. I think with the crowd there, they do get emotional. Some of their players, like Raheem, for example, has always been put off because the Liverpool fans were there. He had his best game without the fans in there. So let's just see. Let's just see. It's going to be an exciting game, and it's going to be a marker down. Is the season going to be won and lost here? No, but we know that when you beat Man City, you are going to be right up there in the title race.
Very well said. Very well said, Alex. Let's sort of end this segment and wax lyrical on one of our own. Curtis Jones had a fantastic game in midweek. It's almost like he became the forgotten man in midfield, you were saying. Talk to me about Curtis Jones.
Obviously, he didn't. He had that spell in the team when we didn't have midfielders, obviously, last year. So that's when everybody started to take notice. And this season, because obviously Harvey Elliott started a bunch of the games, people forgot about it, essentially, and were like, oh, where's Curtis Jones? Now, it seems like he's pissed off, and he's like, y'all must have forgot who the fuck I am, excuse my French, and he's just come out swinging, staking the case to start for Liverpool. And it's great to see a home lad do that. He's got great feet, can shoot from both feet as well, can drive with the ball, can dribble past players, he can pick out a pass. He's got the whole package, and it's clear he loves to score too. He's always looking to get shots away, even though he didn't score against Porto. Obviously, people could see he ran the game. He was pretty much the best player. So if he can step into his own and create even more competition in that midfield, everyone was saying we're short in midfield, but they forgot about Jones and now obviously Elliott. That's two extra players that people didn't consider at the start of the season because we were short. Now we've got all the strength and depth. Oxlade-Chamberlain can't even get into the team. Naby's always in and out of the team. Thiago's injured. So it does seem like sort of the perfect time for Jones to stake his case and be that person to fill in where obviously Hendo and Fabinho are normally the main starting two. There is always the one slot if Thiago isn't fit. So by all means, Curtis Jones, man, take it. We need a goal on the weekend, another firebolt. By all means, man, great to see.
Cool. Josh, you said that you've said he's one of our most advanced midfielders. No one else in the squad can do what Jones does. What do you admire most about Curtis Jones?
I admire his confidence. Because I think when you reach a certain, I think everybody who plays in the Premier League, maybe a few players in Burnley, but most people who play in the Premier League, I'm joking, Burnley. I love you. I love you guys. Some of the players, most of the players in Premier League, you're an elite football player to make it to the Premier League already. But it's the mindset, it's the mentality. Sometimes it's going to take you to another place. And I think Curtis sometimes even last year played a little bit within himself, played a little bit safe, played that Genie Wijnaldum sort of role in a sense. But where he is best is that he is best in that I'm going to do something a little bit special. It might come off this time, it might not come off, but I'm brave enough to do it. And that's what I rate the most about the kid. I think he's
100%.
got so much more talent to sort of expand and grow. I think he's going to be a special little player. And you know what? If he keeps up the way he's playing, mate, do all you can to get into that England squad, because everyone raves about Jude Bellingham. Everyone raves about Phil Foden and all these players. Honestly, I think Curtis Jones is just as good as all of them.
Yeah.
He just needs to keep expressing himself and keep growing in the squad. And under Klopp has always had the mentality: if you're good enough, you're old enough. So the world is yours, Curtis. It's just about you stepping up and sort of filling the role that we all Liverpool fans believe you can do. And it's going to be a great test for him this weekend as well. It's going to be a great test for him, because that Man City midfield is second to none in world football, in my opinion. With the likes of De Bruyne, Rodri playing the way he plays, it's going to be really exciting to see what. And if it is a Phil Foden he's battling against or somebody else in the midfield, it's going to be interesting to see, can Curtis Jones express himself yet again in that big game? Be amazing to see.
Yep. Hopefully the answer is yes, with the protection of Fabinho and Henderson in midfield, allowing Jones to express himself in that midfield. Guys, predictions for the game. I'm going 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Wow.
Alex.
Oh my gosh! Wait, did Louis just not sit on the fence there?
Oh, mate, I'm going for it.
He's hit us with a 3-1.
Put your money on 3-1.
Oh god! Predictions for the weekend. We're at home, isn't it? You said.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're winning this, man. 4-2, high scoring game.
Wow. Wow. I'll be happy with
Salah
1-0.
as my fantasy football captain, because he's getting that hat trick.
Wow.
Wow. Josh, is Josh going to bring us down to earth?
I think I think Man City will score first. And then I think we win 5-1. No, I'm joking.
Are we ever going to say real scorelines here?
No. I think it's going to be a tight game. I do think Man City will score first, though. I think it will be a tight game, but I think hopefully Liverpool pull it out of the bag and have a 2-1 win. Goal scorers, I'm going to go Salah and Firmino off the bench.
Bobby, he does like a game against City.
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
You start him.
I wouldn't start him. I've been going back and forth for this. I would start Jota first, because the thing about Jota is Jota could be out of the game and pop up and do something, score a goal. Like I've even watched him again. When I watched him against Brentford, I was like, this guy's not really doing nothing, and then he scored a header. Do you know what I mean? So and I think he needs, whatever rut he's in right now, he needs to play his way out of it.
Jota in a rut?
He's missing a lot of a lot of easy chances. He's missing a lot of easy. Like last season, these chances he puts in the back of the net, and this season he's struggling a little bit.
He's still got goals this season though, so
he does. But let's see. I reckon he'll play his way into form. I think Mane is going to be electric, and it's going to be an interesting battle. Actually, the two fullback battles are going to be interesting, because do you know what? I've never liked Kyle Walker, but I think he's played so well this season. He was phenomenal against PSG. He literally was kind of like the last line of defense sometimes against PSG. It's going to be interesting to see how he comes up against Sadio Mane, because I think Mane has had great battles with him down the years and has sometimes got the better of him. So it's going to be interesting to see this battle once again. And then it's going to be interesting to see how Milner goes with Jack Grealish.
Yep, absolutely agreed. We are looking forward to that game on the weekend. That is our pre-match review of the Liverpool versus Man City game. Just one final topic for us to cover. Obviously, with Bruno Fernandes missing his penalty against Villa last weekend, Jesse Lingard. We're not hating on Manchester United here, but these are the most recent examples we've got. With a dreadful back pass in the Young Boys game, allowing Young Boys to nick a 2-1 win in Europe. And then these players coming out on social media and apologizing to, well, presumably their followers and the general public. Josh, we spoke a bit beforehand. What's your view on the whole players apologizing, on having to come out and explain themselves on social media?
The weakest thing I have seen in sports. Like Stephen A talks about Kevin Durant going to the Warriors being the weakest move. No, I think, even though I think it's still a weak move, but it's a winner move. Bruno Fernandes coming out on Instagram where he probably didn't even write that. He got somebody else to write it, and then he signed off on it saying, yeah, that sounds good. You absolute prick. I would never respect that. If I was a player, I would literally go up to Bruno Fernandes every time he missed a pass and be like, "Mate, are you gonna put it on Instagram? Are you gonna put it on Instagram?" Every time he misplaces a pass, which he does all the time because he does these Hollywood passes that makes no sense. Anyway, Bruno Fernandes, weak move, man. And the fact that Manchester United were like, united together. Look, the players are saying, love hearts. We love you, Bruno. It's okay. Don't worry about it, Bruno. You'll be fine. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Jesus, Man United fans, let's be honest about that. What are you guys doing? You lot look pathetic, man. This is what I mean. I bet you, Ole.
Man United fans doing it, though.
I bet you. Yeah, right. Ole, I bet you Ole decided to do that, innit? Ole, you decided that, innit? He was like, yeah, let's distract them from the fact that you lot were abysmal against Aston Villa. Let's put out this apology. You lot are a spin show, man. I'm sick and tired of Man United.
Alex, is Josh just way out of touch here? Is the social media, is the whole Twitter, Instagram, has it passed him by? Is this a different generation of footballer now?
No, he's bang on, man. As much as I like to disagree with Josh here, that is weak. It is hella weak. It's just a penalty, man. I mean, it happens. Like, what can you do? You missed a penalty. There's no need for all of this love hearts and blah blah blah. I'm sorry. We know you're sorry. You missed a penalty. You don't have to fucking say it. Oh yeah, it's weak, man. Whoever the PR guy is at United needs to be
fired.
Sacked.
Immediately. Imagine Roy Keane coming.
I don't want anyone to lose their job. Yeah, but Jesus.
Nah, mate, lose your job. Imagine Roy Keane coming out and apologizing for. Oh, I'm sorry, Vieira, for this. Love heart. Sorry. Imagine that. Come on, Jesus. What are we doing here?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. It's hella soft. It is a soft move, which is why they're, in my opinion, at the moment, they're the laughing stock. As much as Arsenal are laughing stock and Spurs are obviously, but United
they are
right now,
Spurs and Arsenal. That's what they are.
It's because United fans are delusional as well. Like they actually think they're going to win something this year. They might get like a FA Cup or a League Cup or whatever it is. But they didn't even win a trophy in ages, as well, innit?
They're not getting a League Cup, Alex. They're out. They're not getting a League Cup. They're out. They're out. Apologize for that.
Okay, guys. That is all 4 topics covered today on our episode of Sick of the Pundits. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I'm sure it's been very entertaining for you.
Thanks, guys.
And if you didn't, I'm sorry.
Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, Twitter. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. We'll be very appreciative. We might even shout you out if you follow us.
Yeah, we're good like that.
Yeah, we are good like that.
Yeah.
It's all about the interaction.
Guys, thanks for the episode. Any final word? I guess Josh, we'll give the final word to you.
Manchester United, get your shit together, man. Get your shit together. I used to fear you guys. Growing up. Now I can't wait to watch you guys because I know I'm gonna get a laugh. I'm gonna get a laugh with your no pattern Ole football. Ole football is dead food, bro. It's so bad. How can you not go from Tevez, prime Ronaldo, not even prime Ronaldo, but better than old man Ronaldo, freaking Rooney, Berbatov, to this? You lot are garbage. Apologizing you now. Get out of my face.
We'll be expecting Josh's apology on social media.
Oh, God. Send the smoke, United fans. Send the smoke. See you guys later.
See you guys.